What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Wednesday, July 19th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have an 8-game MLB slate tonight. So let's take a look at the pitcher position. So I like Luis Castillo. He's pitching against a low salary batting team, the Minnesota Twins. So Luis Castillo only giving up a .605 OPS versus righties, facing 5 righties here tonight. The Twins have only hit 3 of his last 16 pitches. That's a 188 batting average. So Luis Castillo is $10,500 FanDuel salary, $1,200 less on DraftKings, averaging 35 fantasy points per game on the season. He has an ERA of 2.96. Record is 6-7, pitching an average of 96 pitches per game. Vegas thinks this is going to be a low-scoring game. Only 7.5 runs scored in this game. That's their over-under. So I like Luis Castillo here versus the Minnesota Twins. Okay, let's take a look at the first base position. So I like Brandon Belt. He's got a 58% batting advantage over Yu Darvish. Brandon Belt batting 52% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .696 OPS versus righties. Yu Darvish pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .720 OPS versus lefties. So Brandon Belt is 6 for 18 here versus Darvish. It's a .333 batting average and a 1.151 OPS. 2 of those 6 hits are for home runs, and he's only $2,800 FanDuel salary, $200 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .249, scored fantasy points in 4 of his last 5 games. So I like Brandon Belt here versus Yu Darvish. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. So I like Eduardo Escobar. He's got a 35% batting advantage over Carlos Rodon. Eduardo Escobar batting 35% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .767 OPS versus lefties. Carlos Rodon giving up a 1 OPS versus lefties, so he's pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters. And Eduardo Escobar is 6 for 21 here versus Rodon. It's a .286 batting average, only $2,500 FanDuel salary, $200 more on DraftKings, averaging 7 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, has a batting average of .247. So I like Eduardo Escobar here versus Carlos Rodon. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. So I like Elly De La Cruz. It's a stud pick here. He's got a 19% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Ross Stripling. Elly De La Cruz batting 19% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .809 OPS versus righties. Ross Stripling pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .856 OPS versus lefties. So there's no at-bats versus Stripling, yet Ellie De La Cruz is 4,200 FanDuel salary, 2,200 more on DraftKings. He's averaging 14 fantasy points per game on the season. Been struggling as of late, but he's got a batting average of .288. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 10.5 runs scored in this game. That's their over-under. So I like Ellie De La Cruz here versus Ross Stripling. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. Here's another value play. I like Geraldo Perdomo. He's got a 7% batting advantage over Charlie Morton. Geraldo Perdomo batting 7% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .687 OPS versus righties. Charlie Morton giving up pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .686 OPS versus righties. So Geraldo Perdomo is 2 for 6 here versus Morton. He's only 2,800 FanDuel salary, 1,400 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. Vegas thinks there's going to be 10 runs scored in this game. That's their over-under. And he's got a batting average of .278. So I like Geraldo Perdomo here versus Charlie Morton. Okay, moving on to the outfield position here. Let's see, who do we have? We have a super value play. Take a look at Isaiah Keener-Falefa. He's got a 42% batting advantage over Chase Silseth. Isaiah Keener-Falefa batting 41% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .693 OPS versus righties. Chase Silseth giving up a .708 OPS versus righties. Now there's no at-bats versus Silseth yet. Isaiah Keener-Falefa, he's got pretty good splits here tonight. He's only 2,200 FanDuel salary, same price on DraftKings, averaging 7 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games, has a batting average of .251. So I like Isaiah Keener-Falefa as a value play here versus Chase Silseth. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.